Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3 with me, Dawn.
Have to keep going.
Let's backtrack, because there's one more thing I want to do here before we leave, and that's speak to a corpse. That is, if we can get back out.
The door pulses in recognition.
That's gross.
The presence is weak now, a hollow vessel without a heart. It doesn't resist.
So there's a corpse back in the room where they make the intellect devourers. And I saw that I could use Speak with Dead on him. Looted the body, but got distracted because I think he looks a lot like Solus from Dragon Age Inquisition. And so forgot to try to talk to him. I will say, this armor looks really awesome on my paladin. It's not very thematic. Maybe for an Oathbreaker paladin or an Oath of Vengeance paladin. Or maybe we can spruce it up with a dye and make it a little less macabre. Okay. I was just wandering around. I wasn't sure if I was going in the right direction or not.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Tell me about the Dreadwolf. Who are you?
True soul.
Before the Absolute, who were you?
Nemias. School teacher.
He's the guy the kids are writing about in those letters that was transporting the kids to Moonrise Towers. You know, it's a shame we didn't get to kill him ourselves. What happened to you?
Rooftop. My reward.
Your reward for what?
I brought converts, young souls, for the Absolute.
And what was this reward?
To see her design, to see her.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Charmed, I'm sure. Still breathing.
Well, I tried.
Everything. One day I'll catch a break.
Well, now we should be good to leave. We'll go and we'll check in with the rest of the gang. Isabel, Jaheira. Well, maybe Isabel. She may not be alive anymore. And Dame Aelin.
I've got a long road ahead.
Oh, the skeletons I didn't loot. This whole adventure was worth it.
this way.
Going through the portal would probably group everybody together, but just in case it doesn't.
Never wanted the easy path.
That was weird. Before I get through here, let's talk to my companions. See if they have any dialogue.
Ketheric's defeated, but my father is taken. Onto the gate. We must tear him out of the Absolute's grasp.
An elder brain. That was the heart of the Absolute?
Ketheric's Psalm is no more. And may he stay dead this time.
I've been thinking on all that you learned below. If you've got your breath, we ought to discuss our next
If I don't get my
steps.
beauty sleep soon, I may just get a tad malcontent.
Come, there are important matters to discuss.
Gosh, everybody wants to talk. Alright, let's start with my companions. Because they're more important than everybody else, and they're standing closest to me.
No time to rest.
Everybody's here.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
The Absolute's cult has Raven Guard. Where will they take him?
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them.
What do you know about Gortash and Orin?
Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Mizora said you can say what led to your pact in exile. It's time I know the whole truth. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? I'd give my life if it meant keeping the residents safe.
As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
What's the cult of the dragon? I've never heard of them.
A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses, the dragon Tiamat. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened.
Allow Will to share his memory with you.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Surely Mizura doesn't care about Baldur's Gate. Why would she want to save it?
She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Sacrificing your soul to save the city was a brave thing to do.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Is that how you lost your eye? In the battle with the Cold of the Dragon?
It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her.
And what about your father, the Grand Duke?
He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did.
We'll return to this subject later.
I understand.
You must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Oh, option 3. Do you miss your father?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
Ordinest, while time is...
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands.
What are you talking about?
The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. The one I very nearly destroyed. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power, the ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Well, back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep, Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Well, why would a Baldurian magic shop be the first place we look?
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems. I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to gift this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know. You wanted something?
Alright, who to talk to first? End instead of leave? That's odd. Hard to imagine the evil that's walked these halls. But no more, thanks to us.
Ketheric's done, but that army's already on the move. This isn't done yet.
Long, dark below, but light above. Light at last.
With Jaheira to lead us, and you bringing light to the shadows, we might just have a chance.
Make haste. I would have.
Thanks for watching out for me. You lot could have tossed me back.
Check in with our companions, I guess. Oh hey,
Aelin!
Isabel.
Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body.
I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew, and we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Did I hear you correctly before? Are you Ketheric Thorm's daughter? Which we already know is the case.
I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise.
Fine. I'll see you at camp.
Very good. We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
That's one way of phrasing it.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him.
So when will the curse actually be lifted?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
What happened to Oliver exactly? Did Thaniel absorb him?
No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish. I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does.
What now? You've got what you wanted after all.
I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side.
I'm glad to have you.
And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean.
Not flirting, just to be clear. I'm glad I could help.
I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Thaniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
How did you make it here?
A Flaming Fist. A novice, actually. She dropped everything to make sure I made it here safe. I heard about Duke Ravengard's capture. If his soldiers are anything to go by, he is a man to admire and respect. I hope you can save him. For the good of Baldur's Gate.
Come with me. I could use a flaming fist by my side.
Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Thaniel should have someone here when he wakes up. It's the least I can do.
Once we leave, this place will be pretty empty. Will you be alright?
You don't have to worry about me. The truth is, the Shadowfell broke something inside me. Something no healer can fix. I don't know how long I have, but because of you, Thaniel is safe. Because of you, I could help him as he helped me. So, thank you, my friend. and know that I have no regrets.
My mom lives in the lower city. If those freaks hurt her, I'll turn them inside out.
Like your...
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
I'm glad I could help.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
You'd make a fine fist.
All I have to do is clench it.
Begone! I must admire Isabel's fulsome beauty away from prying eyes.
Sorry.
You're also standing in the middle of a very populated chamber, but sure.
Just tell me what you need.
I need to trade. Oh, interesting. They're actually different in appearance.
Lady, light away.
Moonrise has been cleansed. Baldur's Gate is next.
Be cleansed or to stop by?
It'll take time, but this tower stone will heal. There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been.
I was preoccupied defeating Ketheric Thorm.
Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, Magungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin.
What about him?
Wulbrin and the Iron Hand Gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have rune powder, they have motive. We have to stop them.
How can you be sure?
Because they're a gaggle of vindictive crybabies with no sense of propriety. That is to say, they gabbed about their plans like a geese, and I overheard them. Like a very devious goose.
It looks like Gale's smiling at that joke. It seems we'll have our hands full in Baldur's Gate.
With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
I owe you an apology.
It's Barkus you should apologize to. Your reunion in Last Light was strained.
Barkus and I are another matter. I'm dealing with you right now. I saw you as a means to escape, nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light.
I mean, I don't really want to accept it. He's just apologizing because I was more useful than he thought I was going to be. But fine. Forgive and forget. Apology accepted.
I wasn't sure you would. I appreciate it. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it.
If you want my help, I'm going to need more to go on.
The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that I, and I alone, can stop it. Bring every scrap of courage you have to Baldur's Gate. You'll need it for what's to come.
He sounds like he might be a radical. But I'm not sure for what.
I'll be seeing you at your camp.
I think that's everybody out here. Let's head back in here and speak to, I guess, Jaheira and Withers. I saw some tieflings up here.
New perils await beyond the horizon.
Mole should be here by now.
I don't see Zevlor.
You're here. Good. That's good.
Are you alright?
Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maul is still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me.
Man, you can be pretty snarky. I'm sure they appreciate it.
Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
What's taking Mole so long?
Toss me back in the shadow.
Helm's blessings upon you.
Oh, it's still Claw.
Mole's gonna come through those doors.
Oh, I hope I find a bard in the city. The kids would love a little show. I'm sure of it.
Miss Elvira wants to write us a song about you fighting Ketheric. But I missed Mole.
Also, where's Donnie? I found Mole's eye patch.
What? Where is she?
Jeez Louise. Hey, calm down. I'm sure she just dropped it. Mole's fine, I promise.
You think so? Mole is really clever. I hope she finds us again soon. Mole'll be cross with me if I'm crying when she finds us. I bet you never cry.
Alfira's writing us a song. A stupid song won't bring Mole back. Tell her, won't you?
I found Mole's eye patch.
This is Mole's. Where did you find it?
Somewhere unpleasant. But I didn't see Mole. She's probably safe somewhere.
Course she is. You hang on to that. I bet Moll'll be angry at you for touching her stuff. Mole's probably already at Baldur's Gate. She'll tell you where to stick that eye patch when you get there.
Why, yes. Once Alfira's done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal.
I found Mole's eye patch.
So? It's just Mole's eye patch. She's lost loads of them. That doesn't mean anything. Did you want something, or are you just here to stir?
It's alright. I'm sure Mole will be waiting for you at Baldur's Gate.
Exactly. And we'll definitely feel her wrath if she thinks we ever doubted her. I'm gonna get everyone to Baldur's Gate safely. And Moll'll be there to welcome us.
The character's talking about little paws. Oh, I think that's everybody besides Jaheira and Withers, so we'll start with Jaheira.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the Dead Three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
Everything reminds you of old times, because you're old. You've tangled with the Dead Three before.
Extensively. Mind flayers, too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of two more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
You want to join me?
Of course. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
I'll see you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalen's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Awesome. We're getting the gang back together.
A curse lifted. The Dead Three allied once more. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do Illithids possess souls?
Do they? I feel like I know the answer to that, but it's been a while. These abominations are soulless, surely.
Correct. Yet, the three amass an Illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
I guess that doesn't make sense. Maybe they don't know? I feel like they would have to. That's a good question. I'm surprised to see you. Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
Speak plainly. Isn't there more you can tell me?
No.
You seem to know a lot about the Dead Three.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The Alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure we leave by going out this way. Yeah, the road to Baldur's Gate. But first, we have business in camp to attend to. In fact, there's probably quite a bit to do here.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
It seems he's a servant of Bane, has Ketheric served Merkel. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him?
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
We'll do it together, whatever it takes.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it. Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
Tell me more about your relationship with Gortash.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I liked that. Not like that, you know. Just, it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Okay, let's check in with the rest of the companions to see what they have to say about finishing up Moonrise Towers. And next time, we'll level everybody up, speak with Isabel and Dame Aelin. Also get to know Jaheira a little better.
curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
Okay, then real quick... Oops.
Leave me alone!
Alright, so we'll look at some dye options for my new armor. Actually, I'll probably do this off camera. So you know what? I'm going to call it here. Next time, we'll wrap up stuff here at camp with level ups, speaking to Jaheira and Isabel and Dame Aelin. And then I guess we set off for Baldur's Gate. I'll double check the quest log to make sure there's nothing that I missed. But beyond that, I think we're about ready to proceed. We'll also do a long rest in case there's an event before we leave. So, a few housekeeping things next time, and then the adventure continues. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.